Okay, so that was negative Derifield. We have positive Derifield. We had two setups for positive Derifield. We have with internal rotation and with external rotation. So remember, there's two setups possible for that. Let's just do leg check. If you had to do a leg check for, let's say, a right positive Derifield, we'd expect a short leg on the right. We're going to bend the leg up to 90 degrees, and now it's the long leg. So if it crosses over to become our long leg, that would be a right positive Derifield. We're going to do our butt spection procedure, and what we're looking for is, can we appreciate that the gluteal area is wide and flat, which would be internal rotation, or narrow and round, which would be external rotation.
Which am I?
On the right, you're pretty internally rotated. All right, since that's what Dr. Wilson has, he has a right internally rotated positive Derifield. So my line of drive needs to be P to A. It needs to be I to F, and it needs to be a little medial to lateral to take that rotation out of things. So in order to do that, if it's internally rotated, I've got to stand on the opposite side. This is the one that's more of a toggle stance. I'm not huge on, toggle is relative to each person's body. Scissor is relative to each person's body. I'm not going to get a protractor out and everybody's going to be a little different depending on what your shoulders do, how large your body is, stuff like that. So it's toggle-ish. That's where this is the one that crosses over with the arms. It's a little uncomfortable for people to get the handle on, but you're going to do thenar or piezoform over the medial part of the SI joint. Opposite hand comes back here to the ischial tuberosity to pin that down. Line of drive is going to be P to A, I to S, medial to lateral. Okay, let's say Dr. Wilson had a left positive Derifield, and the glute looks narrow and rounder on that side. That would mean it's externally rotated, so we've got to get some lateral to medial going there. If that was the case, you stand on the same side as an external rotation, and that's more of a scissor stance. You're going to find the PSIS, be on the lateral part of that, either with your thenar, or hypothenar, piezoform. And then you're going to pin the opposite ischial tuberosity down. Okay, that's P to A, I to S, L to M. This one gets a lot of students. This is a common one to lose about 5 points on for a lot of people. If you're a thenar person, generally you're going to stand back enough that you show me a pretty convincing I to S. If you're a piezoform person, that's generally kind of an uncomfortable feeling, and so what almost everybody does is choke way up on it like that. And then you're telling me I to S, but you're showing me S to I. And that gets you for 5 points on that one. You don't want to lose 5 points for line of drive, you know what I mean? It's, realistically not going to be the end of the world for the patient. They're not going to notice, but I notice when I'm the one hearing it. So that one gets a lot of you. That's probably the most commonly missed thing, is people come way up on it. So if you like to do that setup, just make sure you kind of get that I to S.